Hi, I'm your host, Nadia Holst. Welcome to an NHL betting preview for the Colorado Avalanche. To examine the betting value for this team, here with us is professional handicapper Dave Kolikoff. Dave, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent. So the Avs became one of the most exciting teams in the NHL. Do you think this team is the team to bet on?
I think the Avs offer good value, but you have some tough decisions to make in the Western Conference at the top of the board there. What I was trying to get at is that you can bet on teams like Los Angeles, Chicago, good teams, but not as good value, or you can take longer shots with a team like Colorado, who I think is in that mix with those teams. You mentioned that they were a surprise team last year. Did a lot of growing, lost early in the first round of the playoffs, or lost early in the playoffs in the first round. But I think this is a young team that's going to learn from that. It's one of those losses that probably helps them in the long run. They're going to be hungrier. And I think that this team has shown in the regular season that they're no joke. Semyon Varlamov went from being an average goaltender to being a legitimate number one. The offense is great. They lost Paul Stastny but replaced him with Jarome Iginla. A lot of young players on this team now, a year older. The defense is impressive as well. So the Avs, I think if you're looking for value from that top tier of teams in the Western Conference, they offer the most with a reasonable shot to win. And again, going back to the original point, you have to think about, do you want to take a shot with value with a team slightly less of a chance to win, or do you like the Blackhawks and the Kings? But really, there's not much value with those teams.
Okay, you also mentioned Stastny, but are there any other changes that they made, important changes for the offseason that you want to mention?
Not a whole lot. I mean, Stastny was the big one, and I think, at first Avs fans were disappointed, but $7 million is a lot of money for this guy. He's a great playoff performer. That's the one thing you got to be concerned about. You got to love those guys that really, step it up a notch in the playoffs. But I think the Avs will get over it. Jarome Iginla comes in at a better price. He scored 30 goals last year. He's definitely past his prime, but I think he's actually an important piece of the puzzle for the Avs. They need some veteran leadership, somebody that has been there before, and Iginla presents that to the team as well. You see the Avs made a focus to get more of that because they traded away P.A. Paronto and got Daniel Briere as well. Again, emphasis on veteran leadership. So I think the Avs are focusing in on that, and that's really all they did this offseason.
So what's your expectation for this team?
Well, I think that a good bet for them is to go over the regular season win total, or point total, I should say. I don't know about their futures in terms of winning the Western Conference, winning the Cup. I think it's a bit of a stretch for this team. But I think over the regular season point total is reasonable. I think a lot of people think this team falls off the table. I don't think so. I think this is a team that's only going to get better. A lot of good reasons for that. Young team, second year with Patrick Waugh, good goaltending, good defense, some of the things that we talked about. Now they have the veteran leadership in the locker room. I think that really makes a difference for this team. So I do like them to go over the regular season win total, point total. Futures in terms of the Stanley Cup, maybe worth a small play. I think they're the only value play really from the mix of the Western Conference teams. Not as good value with the other teams who have a reasonable shot to win. I wouldn't take the Ducks, wouldn't take the Sharks. Blackhawks and Kings offer no value, so really you're looking at somebody like the Blues or the Avs. So I do like the Avs in that regard, but really I think the best bet is over on their regular season point total.
All right, sounds good, Dave. Thanks so much again for your feedback. Have a good rest of the day.
All right, thank you.
For SBR Picks, this is Nadia Holst.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.